Rematch's ranked ladder is miserable. Despite my incredible skill and talent at Rematch, I somehow managed to lose all of my placement matches and start ranked, so I obviously ended up in the bottom end of Bronze 3, the lowest possible rank in the game. And I think this may be the lowest rank that I've ever been in any competitive game ever. And let me tell you, this has been an experience that I'd love to forget, because I believe that Rematch may just have the worst ranked mode ever. I've been almost exclusively solo queuing in my attempt to escape the lowest ranks of Rematch, and it's proved to be a truly miserable experience so far. I've solo queued Marvel Rivals, Overwatch, Valorant, and so many other team-based competitive games, and somehow this game about football has proved to be the hardest ranked ladder to climb, and at the time of writing, I am still in Bronze 2. So let's get into the actual match. The very first one, I spent 5.5 hours and 6 minutes in goal, which I was completely fine with while I was in there. I started in goal, so I've got to stay there until my team scores and positions are naturally changed up. But the only issue is, we didn't score for the entire game. My team just couldn't work out how to put a ball into the goal. And I couldn't really help them much from my goal. So when we finally conceded it and the game only had 30 seconds left, I have to say I wasn't all that happy. But I was finally in position to actually help the attack. But then we decided to do this with our last attack.
Cross it! 1-2! Cross it!
Then the next game, I never even touched our goal. Just tried to play my role wherever I was out on the pitch. Amongst this team, it was quite easy for me to be the MVP without doing anything special. But I probably should have instead forced myself into goal because these boys just don't know what they're doing. We unsurprisingly got mercy ruled here, and that goal that put us out was just depressing.
Good job!
Bad keeping is an unsurprisingly common theme in Bronze. Sometimes people just don't know what buttons to press and how to react to any sort of pressure when they're in goal. Most of the time they'll just get rainbow flicked and fully shit the bed, or just dive in the opposite direction for the shot. But then you occasionally get those people who are just desperate to go in goal, and they somehow still end up committing the usual cardinal sins of diving in when they really shouldn't and getting tackled by some random mug. These are all best case scenario really, especially when sometimes you get the people in your team who just throw on purpose. This one game we had one guy on our team who was just standing around in our half, clearing it whenever it came to him, which does the job to be fair. Keeps us from conceding. But then as soon as we actually did concede, I was put in goal, he decided to just run laps around me, trying to take me out of goal. So I tried to give him the position of keeper, but then he'd just go and leave it open. Then when he got really bored, he just started shooting at our goal for a laugh, ended up assisting their second goal and scoring their third from kickoff.
Good job! Well done! Good job!
It only takes one person to completely kill a team in this game. But the real question is why? Why is Rematch's ranked queue so miserable? And why do I constantly end up with so many awful players? It cannot possibly be my fault that I'm still in Bronze stuck in Elo hell. It just has to be everyone around me, making me lose and dragging me down. I mean, the only ranked mode they have is 5v5, which has a much bigger pitch than the 3v3 mode I usually do for quick play. And obviously having more players gives you more chance to have one of them just be awful or throwing. Big pitches and big teams force you to rely on your teammates even more than usual, so the bad players have that much more of an impact. Bigger pitches also means that the game puts a bigger emphasis on passing and actually working with your teammates. And unsurprisingly, nobody's actually interested in that. Everybody's only really playing for themselves, just desperate to take on the world and score goals for themselves, which they obviously can't do. There's a reason we're all here in Bronze. Oh yeah, and if you're ever brave enough to turn on voice chat in this game, just be aware that almost everyone on your team that will talk to you will be a 10-year-old, just scream and abuse you. I don't know if it's because I'm in the low ranks still, and I'd love to know if this applies in the higher ranks, if I can eventually get there. But somehow this game has been imbued with the spirit of 2009 Modern Warfare 2.
Right. Yum 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 yum. I eat dick all day. Yum 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 yum. I eat dick. You want to fight dick all day?
A complete and utter lack of passing. People just throwing, and just about everything in between leads to rematches, ranked ladder being an absolutely toxic experience. Just like I mentioned in my last rematch video, everything in this game gets toxic very quickly. So when you climb that ranked ladder, expect to hear a bitchy, sarcastic, well played every time you make a mistake.
My fault. Good job.
So my experience on ranked rematch has been absolutely miserable so far. Just scratching and clawing to get out of bronze, the absolute worst type of people, so I'm stupid enough to solo queue. But I can't be the only one having these issues. Somebody please tell me I'm not the only one. Tell me how Rematch's ranked ladder has been treating you. Check the description for my Twitch link, because I'm probably playing Rematch live right now. And don't forget to like and subscribe.